There's a look at Stefan Stokic.
And I think Zach has a problem with the soccer ball already, showing it to the head referee, Ryan Sigic.
So they're going
Ryan's going to throw that. Going to throw a new ball on here, right off the bat. You know, got to give Zach his way here. He's got a big crowd from Kenosha.
It's like baseball. Don't you have to rub up that new ball, AK, when it comes in?
Well, just like baseball, you just threw that one out already. Nobody baseballs they go through the game.
Yeah, a lot. Those things aren't as cheap as they used to be. All right, kicking off KC in the white and blue unis, going right to left as we look at the action. Wave immediately getting out of the zone. Alex Steinwasser to Alex Sanchez. Alex Sanchez, the leading goal scorer in the league with 21 to his tally. Zach Reget is the goal scoring leader for Kansas City with 8. Alex Steinwasser knocks it to the near side. Sanchez, he'll take it and cycle it back out for Max Ferdinand, he of the full 90 headgear. Mario Alvarez to Oscar Flores in the corner, trying to get past his defender, Tetsani, and as he tried to move it across, Tetsani able to knock it away with a good, solid tackle.
You know, Tom, this is the fourth meeting between the two teams. Kansas City has scored the first goal in the first 3 matches.
But the Wave able to win those 2, come back and win them in KC. Typically, the team that scores first is going to win 2/3 of the time. Max Ludwig, he's 23 Max, and of course Max Ferdinand is number 24 Max. Ludwig out of Stuttgart, Germany, played his college ball at UW-Parkside, which is also down in the Kenosha, Wisconsin area. Now Flores, the Venezuelan native, he's a rookie, came to the Wave from the Chicago area. Wave very notable for the number of Chicago residents playing on their team, Chicago area residents.
One Chicago native that plays for Kansas City, Leo Acosta, not in the lineup today for Kansas City.
Acosta out. Also, their active midfielder, Christian Andreos, is also out. So those are a couple of big losses for the Comets today. The Wave getting some key players back. One of those, Cesar Correa, number 15, who passed it into the post for Brian Nate. There's a shot from Mario Alvarez. It's blocked out of bounds, and it's going to be wedged up between the net and the glass.
They're trying to decide whether it's a top of the arc or a deflection. They'll call it a block shot that went out on the side.
So Milwaukee will put it in on the free kick as Ryan Sigic backs off the defensive wall 5 paces. Now Andre Hain will play it back. Sanchez immediately confronted by the defender Marcel Berry. Berry with tremendous quickness gets away. He is tripped down by Tony Walls, and we've got our first penalty of the contest.
Right off the counter, off the Wave restart, Marcel Berry's speed causes that 2-minute penalty.
Time of the penalty at 2:03 as Tony Walls will go to the box for tripping. And Kansas City will get an early power play here today. Marcel Berry, the veteran out of William and Mary, in his second season with the Kansas City Comets. Prior to that, he had played with Harrisburg and St. Louis, 3 years with St. Louis. Only played 4 games last year due to knee injury, but he is back and looking okay for the Comets this year. All right, KC on the power play. Kansas City so far this year, 7 of 18, 38.9%. They've allowed 1 shorthand goal against Milwaukee, has killed off 9 of 14, 64.3%. The Wave has scored 1 shorthand goal, and that was a big one. Alex Steinwasser at Utica last week with a big shorthand goal that really was kind of a turning point in that game for the Wave in their eventual 7-6 victory over Utica.
The guy that leads the league in shorthanded goals is Rian Marques, who's on the power play unit for Kansas City.
Reget with a shot and just missing to the far post. KC reloads as Tetsani goes to Reget, now moves it near side. Here's Michael Lennis with a crack.
Reget with 3 power play goals on the season.
Playing the point right here. Typically, you're going to see Zach maybe a little bit lower on the power play. Nacho Flores off the inboard. Marques in front, and the save made by Willie B. Popped up in the air. Javi Steinwasser heads it out. Still got 40 seconds to go. Man advantage for Kansas City. Two Steinwassers at the front of the defense for Milwaukee. Off the inboard, Willie B knocks it away. Stuart Grable able to get it up in the air, but not out. Now Reget coming in. He drives one in. Sean Esqueda there to knock it away with Bunaheny right next to him. KC still controlling as Lennis, the veteran out of Western Florida, plays it near side. Shot by Reget, knocked away. And Javi Steinwasser able to clear. Edgemata will get it before Alex Steinwasser can get there, but this is going to kill off the penalty time. However, Kansas City still with it, coming off the bench. Tony Walls gets it. Tony trying to play it up ahead for Alex Steinwasser, couldn't make the connection. And back come the Comets. Rian Marques lays it back, and good poke away there by Javi Steinwasser. So the Wave able to kill off the first penalty of the contest. We're still scoreless. 10.5 to go in the first quarter.
Good work. Now you got to get your line changes here.
Herrero Pino, veteran defender. Herrero in his 10th season and his 4th with the Comets, and that one will trickle back to Willie Bunaheny. Willie having another fine season for the Wave. This is his 7th campaign, 4th with Milwaukee, and he comes in today's game 6-2-1 with a 6.11 goals against average, 7th in the league, 68% save percentage, which is 6th best. Paulo Nascimento from St. Louis leading in all the goalkeeping categories. He's had a tremendous season so far. Sanchez will nudge it back to Bunaheny. Derek Huffman at midfield heads it across now. Alvarez able to keep it for the moment as David Stankovic jumped in to get it. Now Ludwig comes forward. Ludwig with a drive and a good save there. Edgemata. First shot on goal for the Wave today. Sanchez tees one up, but he failed the bar exam.
Sanchez had Edgemata beat, but it just went over top of goal.
Dom Francis coming in with a shot, but Bunaheny able to secure that one. Francis coming over to Kansas City after many years with Harrisburg. It's actually Dom's 2nd season with KC. He played there in 21 in the abbreviated season. Otherwise, the rest of his MASL career was in Harrisburg, but key offseason acquisition for the Comets, and Francis has certainly rewarded their confidence. 11 goals, 4 assists, 15 points in 14 games. And he's a good all-around player.
Oh, he's got to feel good to be finally be on a winning team.
Yeah, had some tough seasons there with the Harrisburg Heat. The Heat, by the way, are going to make their debut in the M2, MASL 2, coming up this weekend. So they dropped down to M2 this year as Max Ferdinand.
That's going to be a card.
Had one chopped away, and that's going to be a penalty against KC. So the Comets take their first penalty of the contest. It'll be a tripping call at 6:42 of the first period.
Guerrero Pino, the captain of the Kansas City Comets, not happy with that call. He's asking Coach Stefan Stokic to possibly challenge that.
Officials are over conversing. There you see him across the way. And so the door is open in the visitors' penalty box.
Sorry, I said Pino was the captain.
2-minute power play for a 2-footed tackle.
I think they changed him last game. That it was Nacho, and then Nacho wasn't wearing the band anymore. Who's got the armband today, Tom? Did you notice?
Zach Reget.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be Ramon Palmer going to the box for a 2-footed tackle. He actually had made the play on the ball, but you can't go in with 2 feet. That's kind of dangerous. All right, so Milwaukee on the power play. First time today Wave so far this year with a man advantage. They're second best in the league, 5 for 15, 33%, although they have given up a couple of shorthand goals. Kansas City, as far as penalty killing, tops the league as they have stopped 14 of 17, 82.4%, and they have 2 shorthand goals. Andre Hayne lays it off top of the area, shot and a goal! Super Mario turns on the light, and Milwaukee grabs a 1-0 lead.
Well, Andre Hayne, was a nice little combination play by the Wave, and it was Andre Hayne setting up Super Mario there just inside the yellow line, and he beat Ejimado up high for today's first marker.
All right, we're going to take a break for our media timeout. 7:46 left to go, first period. Milwaukee 1, Kansas City 0 on MASL TV. That too much as you take a look at Lennis, the third-year player out of Weston, Florida.
Well, so far, special teams are the difference in this one, Tom. The Wave converting their power play and killing off Kansas City's.
Yeah, Milwaukee's really turned it around as far as special teams. A few weeks ago, they had been struggling on both sides as far as the power play and penalty killing, but they have really turned it around. In fact, that's the third power play goal they've scored in their last 4 PP opportunities. Now 6 for 16 on the year. Comets still doing pretty well as far as defending against the power play. They've only allowed 4 power play goals and 18 times shorthanded. Oscar Flores turns and faces the defender. Pino fires a shot wide. Nacho Flores with the rebound. Nacho short for Ignacio. Wave trying to get it back. Max Ludwig at midfield. Trying to play it back for Walls. Reget takes it away. Now the pass ahead. Too far as Willie B steps out to get it. Reget and Walls. Let's keep an eye on that battle today. That should be a pretty good matchup. Good to see Tony back in the lineup after he had been out for a few games.
Well, if the Wave's going to get a result here today, they're going to have to shut down their Kansas City's 2 top targets.
Junior Kazim centering on the play.
Oh my gosh.
And what an attempt that time for Henry Rodriguez. 97%er, but he could not get it to go.
Henry Ramirez, that is.
Wow.
Put it over top. Wide open on his left foot.
Love to have that one back. The 6th-year player out of Costa Mesa, California. Henry, a former star with the UMKC Roos back in his college days. The Comets, historically, have really thrived on former UMKC players and Park University players. And they still have a bunch from now. Sanchez across, Alvarez looking. Hayne got around the keeper. Shot and a goal! Beautiful work there, and Andre with a great finish as he was able to put Ejimado down and out to make it 2-0 Milwaukee.
Good combination play that time by the Wave, and they left Ejimado hung out to dry. As they let Andre Hayne get to be the last man. He took a nice first touch around Ejimado. And you see Kansas City get caught out of shape, out of balance there. Both Ramirez and Junior Kazim not getting goal side of the ball.
So Andre with his 5th goal of the season. He's got a goal and an assist today, as does Mario Alvarez, as Super Mario picks up the helper, his 14th of the year. And Milwaukee leads it 2-0. So in contrast to the last time these teams played, when Kansas City got off to the quick start, it's Milwaukee today scoring the first 2 goals. Marcel Berry coming in, pounds it off the end wall. Manahene able to knock it away. And Herrero Pena will reset for KC. Alex Steinwasser headed it out, bounces top of the area off Alex's chest, and Willie B picks it up. Lobbing long for Oscar Flores, intercepted by David Stankovic.
Look out, Scotty Fellows,
Scotty
the timekeeper, taking a tumble down there in the penalty box.
He had that Miter ball coming right in his grill. Able to get out of it. Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best indoor soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. Not just indoor soccer balls, all kinds of soccer balls. Wave now will work the possession at midfield as Sean Esqueda has it. Sean, a Milwaukee native from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, played his college ball at UW-Milwaukee. To the end board, Mike Da Silva trying to stick a foot in, but Edgimato able to get it. Capelli Sport is also the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear.
Wave has got to be aware of Edgimato throwing the ball long to the Kansas City targets coming off the bench. They've been very effective this year running that set play once Edgimato receives it in his hands.
He's thrown that fly pattern to Rian Marques a few times.
Scored 2 shorthanded goals that way.
Yep. One of those, the game winner down in Utica earlier this season in overtime. Now midfield, Francis battling with Cesar Correa. Reget comes in and he takes a check from Correa, and
Stefan Stokic asking why that not 2 minutes.
That was right in front of the Kansas City bench and right in front of the boards. And usually
Daniel Radford blew the hard whistle that time.
So KC will put it in out near midfield. Marques past the middle, broken up. Flores will get it back. Here's Marques turning shot, just missing. Rebound follow. Vandergrift drives it in. And Hain able to knock it out of there. Lennis will head it back to Edgimato now at midfield. Alvarez tracks it down, trying to go 3-2 in the zone. Mario in low. Correa looking, centering, shot and a goal! Mike Da Silva! And it's 3-0 Milwaukee.
Kansas City having a lot of problems getting their defensive shape once the Wave attacks in the attacking third. Because that time it was Mike Da Silva.
All right, KC kicks off, trailing by 3 with 2:20 left to go here in the first period. This has been a very even series historically between these clubs since they both joined the MASL prior to the 2014-15 season. All tied up 18-18 with 5 games going to overtime. Wave is 12-7-2 against the Comets. Here in Milwaukee. Junior Kazim, the London, England native, bangs it in. Wave trying to clear. Marques sticking one of those long legs on it, and he's got a goal. And Casey's on the board. It's 3-1.
Well, that's where he does the best work for a target is up and inside the box. As you said right there, he just stuck out that long left leg and poked it by William Bonahene.
Rian Marques in his 6th season, all with the Comets.
Can't give that guy an inch, man.
No, you can't.
Right there, you see Grable a little bit late to come in on the tackle, and Tony Walsh left his man.
Rian with his 18th goal of the season, which ties Zach Reget for the team lead, and now he has his 30th point to put him on top of the Comets scoring chart, not to mention the MASL. He and Reget have been tied for the league's top scoring spot coming in today's game.
And Rian had done that in 12 games compared to Reget's 15.
Vandergrift will track this one down and plays it out to midfield. And it's going to be a foul on Max Ludwig. Max in his second season out of UW-Parkside, again originally from Stuttgart, Germany. Lennis has it taken away. Oscar Flores, he'll play it off the end board, coming down the middle. Ludwig! But it bounced up a little, and he puts it up and over.
Should have tried to finesse that one in instead of trying to hit it with power. Wide open in the middle of the box after that ball off the board from Flores.
Hain breaks up the pass from Vandergrift. Now Escueta jumping into play that deflects out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Wave. 45.3 seconds left to go here in what has been a very active first period.
Well, in 45 seconds left till they get that ball out of the netting, Tom, because it's right in our line of sight, by the way.
I agree. Max Ferdinand steps up. Here's Max trying to blow by at midfield, but he can't quite do it. Reget gets it back. Now Lucas Souza. He'll play off the end wall. Knocked away. Correa with it. Cesar spinning through a couple of defenders, but he lost it. Lennis has it. 20 seconds in the period. Lennis centering on the play. Trying to look for Souza as it deflected up. Reget with it. Fires one wide right. Max Ferdinand with it. He'll serve it out to midfield. Pino eventually tracks it down.
Too many touches by Correa by that time. Got to get that ball out of danger.
As Bonahene will secure it to end the period. So total 4 goals in the first period. Both teams had chances for more. We go to the second quarter here in Milwaukee. It's the Wave 3, the Comets 1 on MASL TV. Ready to start the second quarter here from Milwaukee. 3-1, the Wave leading the Kansas City Comets on MASL TV. Tom went along with Art Kramer. Well, Art, you got the 2 highest scoring teams in the league battling today, and they did not disappoint in that first period. Here's Oscar Flores, shot at a goal right off the bat, 9 seconds into the second period, and Milwaukee leads it 4-1.
Well, we saw Kansas City score 8 seconds into the first quarter the last 2 times these teams played. The Wave turns the tables here with a goal 9 seconds into the second quarter to extend their lead to 3.
Alex Sanchez playing it ahead to Oscar Flores. How about that kid Flores, the big O, putting up his 11th goal of the season.
Well, you saw Ejimado get caught way out of position to come challenge Flores, who would have had to take a touch at the top of the arc, but instead he was able to just first time it with a little touch past Phillip.
So big goal for Milwaukee to regain the 3-goal advantage. Saucy Sanchez with the assist, his 7th of the year. Also has a league-leading total of 21 goals. And now Ramon Palmer making a great move, but could not quite finish that one.
You said it, Tom. He made a great move, but was unable to stick it by Bonahene with the left foot.
Junior Kazin against Escueta. Sean blocks the shot. Now Ramon Palmer tracking it down. Back out for CVG. CVG, originally from the St. Louis area, began his college career at SMU down in Dallas before finishing up with the hometown Milwaukee. Marcel Berry will move it across Vandergrift. Now Zach Reget being marked by Mike De Silva on that particular occasion. So Milwaukee, see, Rian Marques going to get called for a foul. I don't mean to laugh, but he kind of stuck his forearm up. He shoved Stuart Grable away like Stuart's an annoying little brother or something. Uh-oh, look out here, take away Barry. What a save will he be? Rebound follow, blocked by Javi Steinwasser as he denied Stankovic, who was screaming for a handball. Well, Wave avoiding disaster there with that sequence. Marcel Berry again with his speed, creating
causing the Wave some problems with his speed.
No question about it. Boy, great save by Bonaheny, and then a great block by Javi Steinwasser, which Stankovic thought might have been a possible
handball. Looked like it came off his chest, but
from up here, I thought so. And of course, we're always totally objective, Art, when we analyze things from up here.
I try to be.
Tony Walls heading it up. Now Huffman with it. Of course, Huff always seems to be a factor one way or another in these matchups against Kansas City, as it's going to be a foul called on Sousa for tripping down Javi Steinwasser.
I'm not so sure about that one, though. Looked like Javi got a wipe down on his own.
Alvarez will knock it upfield. CVG trying to hold off Flores. He does, but Edgermano couldn't reach down and pick it up. Stankovic. Sousa looking up now. Lennis flying up the near wing. Drives it across. Sanchez will get it for Milwaukee. And well done by Alex just to play it out of the defensive end. Again, the Comets without two of their key regulars today, Leo Acosta and Christian Andreos. Andreos just celebrated a birthday last week on February 2nd. So happy birthday, Christian. Sorry you're not here with us today.
He's a real spark plug for that Kansas City team. Having a career year as a target player, by the way.
Marques, shot, kick, save, and a beauty by Willie B. Stays in play. And now I believe we're going to have a, I thought we were going to have a foul called. Header across, saved by Bonaheny as he stopped Nacho Flores. KC putting on some pressure here now in the second period. Lennis high off the glass, headed to the corner. Vandergrift follows up. Sanchez got a piece of it. Max nudges it out toward the point. Flores against Flores, and initially Nacho was able to win it. Now Oscar Flores shoved down by Marques, no call.
They're letting him play, Tom.
They certainly are. Ryan Sigich, Daniel Radford working the game today. Ryan, of course, the referee-in-chief of the Major Arena Soccer League. You can catch him on that show, Under Review, with co-host Phil Levanco, talking about the controversial or supposed controversial calls of the week in the MASL. There's usually at least a couple.
The Wave's got to be aware of what's happening off the ball. That's who the danger is.
Pino will play it to the far side. Good pressure being applied by Andre Hain and also Stuart Grable. Stewart trying to track Henry Ramirez there. Eventually had to go Edgermano, now broken up by Hain, who's knocked down.
No.
Looked like the Wave had the advantage.
Yes, they did.
Ryan Sigich making the call. Hopefully Andre's okay. I'll tell you, Andre having his most physically healthy season so far in his long career with the Wave. And boy, we'd love to keep this guy healthy.
You sure that wasn't Radford's whistle that went?
Ryan was closest to the play, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Too bad though. Alvarez will back it up for Max Ludwig. Plays it in for Derek Huffman. Meanwhile, off the ball, we get a foul, and I believe it's going to be Ramon Palmer for putting down Mario Alvarez. That's the first on Ramon Palmer.
They got to give 5. Got to give it 5 feet. 5 yards.
They'll work it back in for Huffman. Derek, the Elgin, Illinois native, spent most of his college career at UIC, but finished up at SIU Edwardsville. Tony Walls trying to get it, was bumped off the play by Tetsani. And here come the Comets sprinting upfield. Stankovic, good hustle back by Alex Sanchez to intercede.
Stankovic has got good speed. And remember last year he scored the winning goal against Milwaukee when Mesquite came in here and won a game.
Stankovic, a 25-year-old out of Wiley, Texas, went to Ouachita University in Arkansas. Well done by Huffman to keep the possession as Derek's going to go off for a change now. Now Max Ferdinand with it. Max, the 39-year-old out of Haiti, and he's had a sensational career in the MASL. Most of it with Milwaukee and Baltimore. Correa puts that one up into the bench area as he was getting harassed. Max Ferdinand in his 16th season, his 8th with Milwaukee. Four to 1, Wave with the only goal of this period. That was 9 seconds into the frame as Oscar Flores scored his 11th of the year from Alex Sanchez. KC starting to control the possession a little more now. Correa, outlet for Escueta at midfield. Tried to touch for Flores in the middle, but broken up. Now Tetsani back the other way. Reget, challenged by Max, and the foul eventually going to be against Kansas City. Good defense by Max to step up.
Lucas Souza not happy with that call by Ryan Sigic.
Second foul on Sousa. In the MASL, you get 3 personals in each half, or a total of 6 for the game. If you get more than 3 in any half, that equals a blue card. Alex Steinwasser, Mike Da Silva. Mike coming in as he's double teamed against the end board. Good job to keep it alive. Plays it out. Shot by Javi Steinwasser, just high. Alvarez with the rebound.
Javi looking for his 5th goal of the season. He's got 4 in 13 games, all against Kansas City, by the way.
So we'll see if Javi's got some more magic today. Andre with a tap. Alvarez coming in. Mario with a shot and a goal! Super Mario with his 2nd of the game. And Milwaukee leads it 5-1.
Well, that combination of Andre Hayne and Mario Alvarez strikes for the 3rd time today, as Alvarez finishes off as his 2nd one after did a nice job at not rushing that shot. He took the extra touch. Watch it right here. Doesn't pull the trigger there, took an extra touch, and picked his corner.
And we will go to our media timeout with 7:03 left to go in the second half. 5-1 Milwaukee on MASL TV. So Alvarez at 7:57 from Andre Hayne, as you said, Art. 3rd time those two have combined.
Well, it was great patience on Alvarez's part. He recognized that Guerrero Pino wasn't stepping out to the ball, so he was able to take another touch and settle himself, get his feet set, before he beat Ejimato low to the far post.
Ejimato with it right now as he plays it in the zone for Rian Marques. Coming into today's game, Wave 2nd in the league scoring-wise, 86 goals. They had given up 77 for a +9. The Comets were the league's top scoring team at 100, yielding 86 for a +14 differential. Same thing as San Diego has. Tied for 2nd place with the Wave coming in. 81 for the Sockers, 67 given up.
Well, Ryan Sigic is calling the foul on the play. If you're going to call a foul, you've got to call hands to the face that time. I mean, and that's what Marcio Leite has thrown out the challenge flag.
Yeah, and you can see Tony Walls is not very happy.
And Ryan already going into his pocket here.
After review, Number 26 for Kansas City, 2 minutes, contact above the shoulder. The force is above careless. Power play film, Milwaukee.
So you call it art contact above the shoulder. Backhand slap to the face. Rian Marques will go to the box at 8:34 of the second period. And so the Wave will go on the power play for the second time. They are 1 for 1 thus far, getting a first period power play goal from Mario Alvarez after Ramon Palmer went off for tripping. So KC, they're getting close to the point where they really can't afford to fall much further behind. So this would be a big potential stop for them.
Now, Kansas City's being issued another yellow card. They're gonna have to send somebody over from the bench. So it's gonna be Junior Kazim that's gonna serve it.
So Kazim will serve the 5-minute penalty. KC will have 2 players in the box now. Marques, of course, is serving the 2-minute penalty. Ferdinand and Alvarez up high. You've got Flores, Hain, and Sanchez down low for Milwaukee. Wave 1 for 1 today in the power play, 6 for 16. KC has killed off 14 of 18 so far this year. They were the top penalty killing team in the league coming into today's game. But again, they've really got their backs to the wall now, already trailing 5-1 here in the second period. Ferdinand back for Alvarez. Mario will crack a shot, save! Ejimado as he went down to get that one. And the Comets able to clear.
Mario Alvarez is feeling it today, man.
Ramon Palmer out high along with Henry Ramirez as they pressure Max Ferdinand. Now Marcel Berry against Alvarez. Flores will go to Hain. Andre.
Lazy pass there.
Pass back broken up by Ramon Palmer, and he clears downfield.
You got Kansas City pressing out really high. Once you bypass that top 3 attack.
You know they'll be keeping an eye on Sanchez, the league's leading goal scorer. Ferdinand with it, back out for Hain. Now Max, near side, Alvarez, back for Ferdinand, didn't want to shoot. Flores with a shot wide right. Sanchez rebound. Sanchez circling, Sanchez with a shot blocked in the middle. Berry will clear it out. Palmer trying to run it out, got cut off by Alvarez and a foul on Alvarez.
Yep.
And with just 16 seconds left on the penalty, that might be it for the Wave as far as effective power play chances. Vandergriff will serve it in the zone. Reget and Stankovic still working it. Max Ferdinand knocked it away, but Stankovic able to reload. 3 seconds to go on the penalty. And now Wave will just have to pull it back out. So give KC credit for a big penalty kill right there. Wave still leading 5-1, but Milwaukee would have really had control of this game had they scored the power play goal there. Alex Steinwasser, Alvarez up for Flores. The big O, Oscar Flores. Laid ahead, Stankovic headed it back now. Junior Kazim, who is coming out of the penalty box. He was serving the team penalty.
Well, he's serving Rian Marquez's 5-minute penalties. Who got that?
Okay, that was it. Yeah, I didn't realize it was 5 on Marques. Whoa, that was a legitimate restart and it almost went in.
Reget hit the post there, playing that free kick very quickly.
Wow, Wave very fortunate there. I thought they were just going to blow the whistle and reset it, but no. Ryan Sigich was standing right there. He said that was a legitimate restart. Kansas City, as much as anybody, looks to restart as quickly as they can in a lot of circumstances.
And they front the ball on defensive restarts. so you can't put it in play quickly. They're well coached by Stefan Stokic.
Stokic now in his 3rd year as the head man in KC after serving as the assistant. When player coach Leo Gibson was the head coach of the team for several seasons. Stefan, of course, was a defender for the Comets for many seasons.
Well, he finished his career as a target player for Kansas City.
Yeah, I remember most of the time he was playing in the back. Boy, I'll tell you, it was not an easy day going against Stefan. He was a serious, no-nonsense defender. But yeah, you're right, AK. He moved up front.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Christian Andreos.
Except Christian's got a little more hair.
Yeah.
Flores. Pino trying to control out of the corner. Now Javi Steinwasser with it, looking up ahead for his brother. Instead, he cuts it back. The Steinwasser brothers out of Sterling Heights, Michigan in the Detroit area. Esqueda back for De Silva as he tries to get past Francis. Went to the turf, but they play on. Like Art was saying there, officials are letting them play on here today. Been a good flow to the game, that's for sure. Tony Walls with a nice little slick back heel play. Ludwig off the sidewall. Barry got there before Flores. Ejimado drives it across. It stays in play off the shelf. Now giveaway. Ludwig coming in. Ludwig with a shot. Save Ejimado. Oh, what a big save there by Ejimado on a solid strike from Ludwig.
Ludwig had a couple choices there. He had a couple players in the far post, but he elected to take the shot. Ejimado was equal to the task.
Sanchez, Flores, being marked by Flores, and it'll be Nacho Flores called for the foul. 55.5 to go in the first half.
See if the Wave doesn't try to isolate Sanchez here off this free kick. Got to be careful they give cover though. They got counterattacked last time they tried this.
Comets have done a good job of limiting the shooting opportunities for Sanchez so far here in the first half. They get it back to him. Alex had Barry turned around, but he plays it over. Alvarez with a shot, deflection! Oh! Mario Alvarez! If he gets credit for that one, it is a hat trick in the first half for Super Mario, and the Wave leads it 6-1.
Well, it was either Mario with the goal or Oscar Flores who was stationed in front, but it did take a redirection. You have to see it was off the defender or looks like one more look at it here. Yeah, it looked like it went off Pino.
Super Mario with a hat trick in the first half, 13 goals. He also had an assist earlier today, 14 assists, 27 points. So he is now just one behind Alex Sanchez for the Wave team scoring lead.
Well, Sanchez got the assist on that goal as well. So,
well, make it two behind Sanchez. Alex now with 9 assists to go along with 8 assists, I should say, to go along with the league leading 21 goals. Wave still pressuring as we come to the final 31 seconds of the half. That one deflected off Javi Steinwasser. 6-1 Wave. CVG heads it on. Willie B will pick it up. And now the big right-hander fires long, and
just a silly foul that time by Ramon Palmer. 2 hands into the back of Javi Steinwasser.
Frustration foul there from Ramon Palmer, the Kinston, Jamaica native.
The Wave's going to give Sanchez another shot here.
Well, this guy could knock it in from anywhere.
The Wave asking for 15 feet.
Drives it in, shot, save, rebound, follow back, shot, a goal! 7-1 Milwaukee! Mad Max beyond the Thunderdome! And the Wave, like a tidal wave, here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, the Kansas City Comets not doing their goalkeeper Philip Edgimato any favors. Silly foul that time by Ramon Palmer to set up a free kick, and the Wave just blasting away. There's the rebound. Flores and then Ferdinand unmarked at the back post, and that was Ramon Palmer who failed to mark up at the back post.
Number 5 on the year for Max. Hey, our old buddy Ricky Braun from Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel stopping up to see us. Great to see Ricky. Doing pretty well. Maybe he's bringing on the good luck here for the Wave today. Been a teacher for the last 11 years. Yeah, we got to catch up Ricky for sure. Absolutely, buddy. Great to see you, man. Absolutely. All right. Well, what a great end of the first half for the Milwaukee Wave. Ferdinand gets his 5th goal at 14:45 with the assist going to Flores, and the Wave will go to the locker room with a 7-1 advantage. We are just about ready to start the second half of action here at Panther Arena in Milwaukee. Wave hosting the Kansas City Comets on MASL TV. 7-1, Wave leads it, outscoring the Comets 3-1 in the first and 4-0 in the second, including 2 goals in the final minute of the first half for Mario Alvarez, who's already got the hat trick today. That was at 14:11, and then Max Ferdinand at 14:45, Max's 5th of the year and his 100th career goal as a member of the Milwaukee Wave. So congratulations to Max now with the Wave. He has now played in 136 career games since he began his Wave career. This is his second stint as a member of the Wave. 100 goals and 167 assists. So it's been quite a run for Max, not only with the Wave, but with the Baltimore Blast as well, and 1 season with St. Louis. Tom went along with Wave Hall of Famer and legend Art Gramer. AK, Wave couldn't have asked for really for a better first half, or certainly a better last minute of the first half. What do they need to do now in the second half to maintain their advantage?
Well, you heard Marcio Leite at halftime. He said it. Got to not get comfortable here, and he wants to continue to go at Kansas City.
Comets are certainly a team that can score a lot of goals in a hurry.
They lead the league in scoring.
So, you know, you talk about their big 3 on offense, Marques, Reget, and Francis, and they can score goals in a hurry. The league's leading scoring team with 100 coming into this game. Wave was number 2 at 86. KC kicks off. They go right to left in the white and blue uniforms here on the black turf of Panther Arena. Lisea Tetsani controlling. Tetsani's had an outstanding year as one of their regular defenders. This guy could play all over the field as Sousa takes a shot, saved by Willie Bonahene, and Willie coming out to clear away, and he draws the foul. That's going to go against Tetsani. Lisea Tetsani, a 28-year-old in his 4th season overall, 3.5 of those spent with the Comets.
Tetsani's their highest scoring defender.
Tetsani coming into this game, 10 goals, 4 assists for 14 points. As a shot and a goal, and the Comets score first here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, Zach Reget, the Kenosha native, that time unleashing the left-footed bomb. He had Javier Steinwasser right there with him, just didn't stick out the leg to block. Let's watch it again. Yep, got caught on the wrong side of the ball there, Steinwasser.
That was a ripping dipper over the shoulder of Mario Alvarez. And Zach Reget, who always seems to be a factor in, well, in a lot of games he plays, but certainly the ones here in Milwaukee, just up the road from his hometown of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Well, he and Tetsani are the 2 guys that have played in every game thus far this season for Kansas City. And Zach's only missed 3 games in the past 3 years now, this being the 3rd year.
Yeah, he's been very durable. Correa coming in. Cesar will have a pass deflected off the wall. Ramirez starts upfield. He's got a couple of trailers on this side if he can get it to him, but good hustle back by the way of De Silva with it. Nice job to get it to Ludwig. Now 3-2 coming back. Ludwig will...
He had De Silva, and he took 1 too many touches.
Pino deflects out of bounds. So Reget with his 19th goal and 30th point of the year, which ties him with Marques for the KC team scoring leadership. Oh, Ludwig with a shot that's just wide. Kazim with it. Across for Flores, and
going to call a foul on Max Ludwig that time.
Well, that's unfortunate because that ball was ricocheting past Flores, it looked like, and the Wave would have had a great chance in the attacking zone. Tony Walls, nice job to take it away from Marques. Huffman plays it up along the wall. Pino will get there. Just underway, 3rd quarter. KC already with a goal. Reget, his 19th of the year, 42 seconds in. So the 19th goal for Reget.
They're going to call Tony Walls that time for bumping down Rian Marques. Those two were having quite the battle today.
And we knew it was going to be a battle between those guys. Tony, of course, is a very tough defender. And he doesn't back down from anybody there. Marques, of course, a big guy who knows how to use his size to max leverage. Driven in, redirected in, and just like that, the Comets now within 4 as Dominic Francis with the redirection to make it 7-3.
Tetsandi's going to get the assist on that goal. So he took the initial shot.
Check it out again. As Francis positioned to the near post. Boy, nice little redirection there from Francis. Dominic Francis, the 10-year veteran out of Huddersfield, England, has his 12th goal of the season. Tetsani will get credit for the assist. His first point of the day. His 5th of the year. So, just like that, KC gets 2 quick ones after the Wave had closed out the first half with a couple of goals to make it a 6-goal game. Here's Max coming in off the inboard in front, far side, and Stankovic with a nice sliding effort to get it out of there. That saved a sure goal right there.
Alvarez was wide open at the far post, and you called it. David Stankovic with a great sliding defensive play.
Lucas Souza going to get called for the foul. Not many fouls in the first half at all. Remember, the first half of the first period, there were no fouls whistled, although we did have a couple of penalties during that time.
Well, Marcio told us what the message was going to be. I'm not sure the Wave got it at halftime.
Another foul from KC. Boy, I'll tell you what, the Comets are racking up the fouls quickly here in the 3rd. That's a foul on Dominic Francis. Nobody was really in foul trouble in the end of the first half. A couple of guys who had a pair, but that was it. Well, he's seeing a little new energy in the legs of the Comets after those 2 quick goals to begin the second half. Francis chipping long. It will be
called a foul that time on Ludwig, I believe.
So Max Ludwig has picked up a couple of quick fouls here in the 3rd period. Again, you get 3 personal fouls in each half. Well, you're allowed that. On your 4th of a half, that equals a blue card. But you can have no more than 6 personal fouls for a game. If you get 6, that equals a game misconduct, if you will. A red card. Although it's not a red card that would suspend you for the following game. Oh, Marques got away from the defender, but was unable to really get much on the shots. And Benahani made the save. And meanwhile, Kazim, shot, save, rebound, header. Up and over, but they're going to say last touch by the Wave. And Kansas City on the verge of making it 3 straight goals to begin the third quarter. Will he be able to make a pretty good save on Kazim and then spill the rebound? But Alex Steinwasser hustling back was able to deflect out. Still corner kick coming for the Comets. Flores back for Reget, knocks it off the wall, comes out to Francis, and he drives it high up to the rafters of the Panther Arena. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Also subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. And don't forget to check out Soccer Signal. Joseph Reyna and Mark Litton break down and analyze MASL games and stats on Soccer Signal every other Thursday on MASL TV.
Huffman gets called to the foul on the throw out that time by Bonahene.
A lot of whistles here early in the third quarter. Reget spins away from Ferdinand. Shot blocked by Alvarez. Now Huffman.
3-on-2 if they hurry. 4-on-2.
Over to Ferdinand. Maxwell fire a shot just while he tried to pick the top near corner, but couldn't do it. Good chance by the Wave there on that counterattack. After the block shot started by Mario Alvarez off his backside. Mario has been everywhere in this game, front and back. Fires a drive there. Good save by Ejimadu. Off the inboard, Max gets it back. Oh, and he rolled it just wide.
That was De Silva.
De Silva that was, unlucky. De Silva again, kick save, and a nice one there.
That ball almost redirected off Souza in front.
Ludwig able to win it back. So some good pressure by the Wave now. Ludwig, top of the area. Drive in is blocked by Flores. Kansas City, by the way, the league's leading shot blocking team as Alvarez gets sandwiched.
Pino back there blocking that shot.
The Comets are by far the league's leading shot blocking team. Interesting though, in the first half, the Wave was out blocking the Comets 7-2. All right, free kick as Alex Sanchez will get ready to address the ball, and he'll fire. Ejimadu makes a save. So Ejimadu warming up here a bit. Here in the third period, has made some good saves. Ball played ahead. Francis coming in. Will he be able to make the play? Comets trying to say he was out of the box, but looked pretty good from up here. Sanchez trying to push it up into the zone as Lennis watches him. Fakes the shot. And now Alex will pull it back. Well done by Sanchez. Wave does not have to be in a hurry if it doesn't want to.
I was going to say, you don't want to get a run and gun game right now, 4 goals.
Alvarez to the corner, Flores, and he took a little bump from Pino, I believe.
Daniel Radford made that call, the trailing referee.
So Herrero, Pino, picking up the foul.
The Wave still without a lefty. Looks like Ricardo Carvalho still about a game away from coming back.
Yeah, looks like a good chance they might be able to get him back in the lineup for one of the 2 games coming up this weekend. Mario Alvarez, Super Mario, top shelf, his 4th of the game, and the Wave leads it 8-3.
Have yourself a day there, Mario. His 4th goal of the afternoon, morning, whatever it is. Alex Sanchez's 3rd assist. You see that Ejimadu screen on the play right there in front. Let's see who's got the screen on there. See, well, it was just a ripper that time by Alvarez.
That thing came out of there so quickly. I had to double take to make sure it was in there. Mario Alvarez, 4 goals and assists today. We've seen Mario have some great games in his Wave career, which is now in its 6th season of a total of 10 in the MASL. But this might be top of the charts today here, AK.
Yeah, it is. Not a great effort that time by Dominic Francis to block a shot in front of
Alex Steinwasser run out, trying to come 2-1 as he moves it across. Hain eventually tried a scissors kick.
Should have tried to first time it. Once you take the touch, you're pretty much taking any type of chance you had away.
Challenge flag from the Wave. Remember, the Wave won their earlier challenge, so they get to use it again. MASL video review coming up with 8:35 left to go here in the third quarter. KC has outscored Milwaukee 2-1 thus far in this period, but the Wave still maintaining an 8-3
Explore
lead.
hands-on science, technology.
There's Stanley Radford. He'll give us the announcement.
From around the community. The call on the field is play on no foul. Milwaukee is challenging for a possible missed blue card. The previous play is under further review.
I will say, I like Daniel's audio style, AK. When he gets on there, he says it with conviction when he's on that mic. Now,
They challenging the foul possibly on Alex Steinwasser.
you said they're
All right, here we go.
challenging for a handball, but
Let's see this part right here. Yeah, there's no handball. I don't see anything that would warrant a blue card. I think they might be challenging the challenge on Alex Steinwasser.
Wave will be heading to the West Coast for its next 2 games.
That right there, that's challenging on the tackle on Steinwasser here, Tom. That was Chad Vanderriver. It looked like he kept his feet back, though. I don't see that he came through on the tackle.
Wave will be in Tacoma Sunday and playing the Empire Strikers in Ontario, California Monday.
There is no foul on the play. It's a regular follow-through soccer play. Milwaukee's out of challenges for the remainder of the game.
So, you heard it from Ryan Zigic. No challenges available for the Wave the rest of this one. Hopefully they're not going to need them. Zach Reget looks like he might be limping a bit there as he comes on to defend the corner kick now for the Wave. So Waves still could have a pretty good opportunity off this corner kick as Max Ferdinand prepares to put it in. He's got Sanchez to his right, Huffman at the near point, Alvarez far point, Flores in the middle of the box. And it comes Huff, he'll crank it up just a bit high. Alvarez heads it back into Flores. Flores has really been an impact player in his rookie season. I remember in preseason, Marcio Leite saying that this kid Alvarez, Flores, looks like he's going to be a pretty good player. Willie B came out to stuff that one, and Ryan Marques with the empty net staring him in the face puts it up and out of play. Check it out.
Yeah, he just got under it.
Just popped up a little bit. You know, it always looks a lot easier from up here than it is down there. But
that one was pretty easy, Tom.
that's one he's going to convert most of the time. So the Comets working it out of their defensive end. Marques to the middle. Flores rolls it wide through traffic. And the Comets will reload. Francis with it now. Final meeting of the season between the Wave and the Comets. Wave trying to take 3 out of 4 in this season. Mario Alvarez with it. Mario already sitting on 4 goals. The Wave record for goals in a game, in case you're wondering, is 7. Ian Bennett holds that mark. Ian, by the way, we saw him working out a bit pregame as that one driven in, and there's a chance that he could be available sometime in the near future for the Wave.
Do you know who we got the 7 against, by the way?
I believe it was the Chicago Mustangs.
Okay.
Down in Chicago. And Max Ferdinand going to get called for the foul there. 6:43 to go as Wave scrambles to get a couple changes here before this free kick coming up. Ian he's scored 6 or more, I believe, on 3 different occasions for Milwaukee. Second leading all-time goal scorer in the MASL. Frank Taillou is first. Ian Bennett is second. Ian with 421 goals to his credit. 4 of those this year in 4 games. And Stuart Grabelade will knock that one downfield.
Yeah, you can see Zach Reget definitely limping, Tom.
But he's a gamer. Zach staying out there.
Yeah, he is.
Not easy to knock out of that lineup, especially playing here in Milwaukee where he's got a lot of friends and family, and it looks like a big group of school students up here from Kenosha to see him play today. Again, Comets keeping it alive. Correa finally knocks it out of the zone.
You see right now, Tom, look at Zach Reget. He's limping noticeably coming to the bench.
So Marques will come on. Bonaheny steps out to play it. Correa got dumped, but they play on, and centered. Marques shot a goal.
Yep.
And boy, that's where Marcio Leite, I think, would like to have his challenge now. Tetsani got away with a little bit of physical play there.
Yeah, but they're letting him play.
We'll take a timeout. 5:31 left to go in the third. Don't go anywhere, fans. It's the Wave 8, Comets 4 on MASL TV. 5:31 remaining in the third quarter, and once again, it's a 4-goal game as the Wave leads it 8-4. Latest goal for the Comets, Rian Marques, his second of the game, 19th of the year. The assist going to Ramon Palmer, I should say, picks up his first assist. I thought it was Tetsani who had possibly gotten away with a foul that wasn't called. That was actually Palmer, and then he continued to play and set up Marques with a nice pass.
Yeah, you get knocked down in this one, Tom. You got to get right back up, or else you will get beat in transition.
Well, like you said, they've let him play here
Yes,
today. And again, we've had a good flow to the game. Huffman.
Much better than the last time these two teams played here.
Yeah, especially in the second half last time. That took forever. All the whistles and just generally the way that game was going for the Wave. Good play by there, Alex Steinwasser to win the challenge against Marques. Now Javi knocks it up ahead. Ejimadu charges out, heads it away. Tony Walls with a good header to keep it in for Javi Steinwasser. Takes the pass from Escueda. Javi trying to go back to Squid. Has got to go back and reload. And now Tony Walls with it.
Wave should keep possession here. Make Kansas City come out and chase a little bit higher up.
Into Flores. Double team.
That's it.
Does well to knock it back for Tony Walls. Yeah, even though KC has the momentum from that last goal, Wave is still in control here. Escueda cut off by Vandergriff. Good defensive play there by Vandergriff. Stankovic going to take a foul from Steinwasser. Javi was not going to let Stankovic run by him there. Tetsani will serve it long. Pino heads it on. Header off the board by Reget, but he couldn't get much on it. Willie B has it. Willie B, who looks like his arm is working a lot better this year than it did last season. Up ahead, Correa with the goalkeeper out. Correa, shot blocked by Pino. Pino with a great block there. Tetzani charging up the far wall. Wave trying to get it back. Alvarez tracks it down. Flores to the corner and fouled by Souza. Souza almost had him, but probably could have just let it go through because I don't know if Oscar was going to control the ball, but
Ejimatu's gotten himself in trouble a couple times coming off his line. The last one was Cesar Correa.
Phillip 8-3-2 with a 5.66 goals against average coming in. His counterpart Willie B 6-2-1 with a 6.11 goals against average. They were 6th and 7th respectively in the league in goals against. But again, both guys play on pretty high-powered offensive teams. You know, you're not going to get in too many lockdown defensive games. Shot a goal! Alex Steinwasser! And a big goal there for Milwaukee to regain some momentum. They lead it 9-4.
Good combination play that time. It was Flores with a nice little layoff to Steinwasser. And Ejimatu had no chance there.
Alex Steinwasser, one of the heroes from the Waves' last game in Utica on February 1st. Boy, that was beautiful right there. Alex Sanchez would have gotten the hockey assist. And nice work there. Alex S. continuing to have an outstanding season. And for the younger of the Steinwasser brothers, his 10th goal of the year to go along with 10 assists. You know, and a lot of the stuff that Alex does doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, even though he's having a great year statistically. That guy is everywhere, offensively and defensively. Ejimatu able to just play it out with a charging Javi Steinwasser was coming after him. Now Marcel Berry, pass ahead, great play. Andre Haynes stretching out to knock that one down. Javi will lay it back for Escueta, now Mike Da Silva. Haynes with it, well done there by the Wave on this possession. Change up while they have it. Correa got around one man, and then he plays it back across for Escueta. Well done by Cesar. Back heel flick by Da Silva for Huffman coming through. And the Wave will get it back. Anyway, my point before, Art, is that, you know, you look at the two goalkeepers today, two of the best in the league. Their overall stats might not look as great as some of the other goalkeepers, as Ludwig just misses. But again, they're playing on teams that are high volume offensive teams. Their team takes a lot of shots, and they're going to be facing a lot of shots.
Yeah, both the Wave and Comets average just under 7 goals per game.
Now takeaway here, Tony Walls off the inboard. He was looking for Huffman, but Ejimatu able to cover up. And back comes KC.
Huff, one of the few Wave players that hasn't gotten on the board here today so far.
Now, usually he finds a way, especially against the Comets. Great to have Derek back in the lineup. You get that 3-target rotation with he and Andre Haynes and Oscar Flores, and that's a pretty good threesome playing up top for the Wave. Lennis drives one in, but Willie B there to make it. But that man right there, Mauri Alvarez, has been the offensive story today for the Wave with 4 goals and assists thus far. And Mario's had a super season for Super Mario. And, you know, it's obviously still a long way to go in the season, almost halfway, as Willie B pounded down. And the foul's going to be called on Nacho Flores, who took the worst of that. But what I was going to say, you know, Mario Alvarez stays healthy. You cannot discount him from potential MVP candidacy.
Nacho lucky he get called for 2 minutes there. He took the worst of it.
Yeah, Willie B is not a guy you want to have a real solid collision with. Hopefully Nacho's going to be okay. Nacho's been an outstanding player for the Comets since he put on the Comets jersey 10 seasons ago. 33-year-old, originally from Santiago, Chile, and Park University. The Park Pirates, where so many of these Comets players have played. That will do it for the third period. So Kansas City comes up with 3, but the Wave answers with 2. We go to the fourth. It's Milwaukee 9, Kansas City 4 on MASL TV. Crowd is having a good time here today in Milwaukee as the Wave with a 9-4 lead over the Kansas City Comets as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here on MASL TV. Capelli Sport is the official and exclusive preferred uniform and apparel provider of the Major Arena Soccer League. Visit MASLsoccer.com to shop the all-new MASL fan store for the latest MASL and team gear. Also, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. Disagree with the call tonight? Well, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Lavanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. And remember, you can catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golasso Network. Alex Bastavansky and Phil Lavanco are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's top topics. Tom went along with Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. Well, KC came out with a couple of quick strikes to begin the third quarter, but then the Wave able to stabilize, scoring 2 of the next 3 to prevent Kansas City from really getting back into this thing.
Yeah, the way that third quarter started, if you're a Wave fan, you're thinking, uh-oh. But Kansas City missed an opportunity to really put a dent to this lead.
They had some great chances when it was 7-3. They had a couple great chances to make it 7-4, and unfortunately for them, they couldn't. Now here's KC Stankovic centering on the play. Marcel Berry. Marcel doing a great job to maintain control. Finally, Sanchez knocked it away. Steinwasser coming forward, and the Comets will reload. Well, from an entertainment standpoint, this game has had it all here.
And here's Kansas City going 6 attacker right off the bat here. Down 5.
So it's going to be Zach Reget wearing number 31. Typically he's number 8. And Coach Stefan Stokic probably figures, well, we better get it going right now.
He's got a 31 on?
Number 31.
Todd DeRails' number.
Yeah. Well, Christian not here today, so probably said it's okay. Just told Zach, make sure he washes it.
You better give him a call and make sure it's okay.
I guess we're assuming it's okay, but yeah, you never know. Marques challenged by Javi Steinwasser and Correa, and foul going to be called on the Wave. So it will be Javi Steinwasser, got called for the foul. Free kick coming as Nacho Flores drops it back. Michael Lennis puts it up out of play. Comets will be going home to host the San Diego Sockers this upcoming Saturday at Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff there. That should be a good game. And how about this, Art? The Comets will be playing the Sockers 5 times.
Their final 8 games.
Final 8 games, with 3 of those in Kansas City, but that's going to be almost like an extended playoff series between the teams.
Good news for the Wave, because that's the number. If the Wave hangs on to win this today, they'll be in first place, so take over for Kansas City. But they'll have the number 2 and 3 teams playing each other 5 times to finish out the season.
Yeah, that should be quite a series between the clubs to finish up. Reget plays it down low. Nacho Flores back out high. Now they swing it around to Lennis. Dominic Francis, always got to watch Dominic with that big left foot. KC being pretty patient here with the extra attacker.
That's fine. Let them play it around on the outside for as long as they want. And if you're the Wave, up, down, or up 5, you got to have an aggressive mindset here and put this game away.
Empty net looming to the left. This is where the Steinwashers, Correa, and everybody else is going to be tested as Rian Marques gets the hat trick. 6th attacker goal for the Comets, so they held it patiently, and it pays off for them.
Pretty play, a chip over the top by Michael Lettis to the far post. I believe that was Nacho that played it off the wall. A little wall of scorer with Rian Marques. Look at that ball right there by Lettis. Good play by Nacho to play it off the wall, and the Wave kind of standing around ball watching.
So Marques reaching the 20-goal mark. Now 2nd in the league to the Wave's Alex Sanchez.
Wave giving it away too easy off the kickoff there.
Marcel Berry able to get it out. Here comes KC. Vandergriff trying to run past Max Ludwig. Max cut him off initially. Shot in by Ramirez is blocked in the crowd. Nacho Flores picking up the assist on that Marques 6th attacker goal. 9th assist of the year for Flores, who's got 15 points. Francis drives it up and over.
Unfortunate for Kansas City because you got to keep the ball in play when you got that 6th attacker on.
Alex Steinwasher drives it in. Flores. That one a little bit hot to handle. Comets trying to get out of there. Alex got it back. He was pushed down.
Keep it.
They play on. Javi Steinwasher now will knock it back.
No reason to look forward. Make Kansas City come out and chase you.
Ejimado, the goalkeeper, came back in after the Wave got possession. Pino away from Flores. Back to Ejimado. Again, you've got a Flores playing for both sides. For Milwaukee, it's Oscar Flores, and for Kansas City, Nacho Flores. Look at Berry coming in. Marcel Berry with a shot, but
that's always been his downfall. This is a shooting ability. Made a nutmegged Javi Steinwasher in the middle zone and shot it over the top. Gave away possession.
Marcel out of Charlottesville, Virginia, played his college ball at William & Mary. He was teammates there with ambush star Will Escape. Chili Willie, as Joey Zanaboni likes to call him. So they were teammates at William & Mary for a couple of years, and then also with the Harrisburg Heat for a season. And then in St. Louis, Berry and Escape got a pretty significant history playing on the same team, going back to their college days. Well, I'll tell you, Marcel, though, impressive art, the way he's recovered from that knee surgery, that knee injury he suffered last year. He looks just as fast as ever. So the Comets now, with the momentum of having scored the last goal, but they still trail it 9-5. With 9:45 to go. Shot just missing there. That was a pretty close attempt from Lennis as the follow-up goes out of play. So again, Reget, the 6th attacker, goes out, and the goalkeeper Ejimado comes back on. Willie B throws out to Huffman. Knocked away from behind, but a foul called on Pino.
Kansas City's got to do a better job of keeping the ball in play with their shooting, and the Wave's got to do a better job of keeping possession of the ball and running clock here.
Alvarez, 4 goals already. Max Ludwig. Alvarez fires one off the end wall. CVG trying to get it out of there. He does. Ludwig, Max to Max. Getting pressure from Stankovic.
There you go. That's the way.
I'm not sure Max Ferdinand knew if he could play it back to the keeper or not that time, but it was allowable after KC had momentarily gotten possession.
Finally, the Wave keeping the ball for some sense of time.
Hain, well done, back for Javi Steinwasser. Now he'll try to play it down. He was looking for Grable, but Edgimato able to come to the edge of the box and get it. He rolls out, and he'll come out. With Reget, the 6th attacker, coming on. Wearing Christian Andrejos' jersey. Reget's a lot bigger than he is. That one might be a little tight on him. Broken up. Oh, and unfortunately, they're going to call a foul on Cesar Correa after an errant pass that looked like it might be an empty net opportunity for the Wave. Wave led it 3-1 at the end of one, 7-1 at halftime, then 9-4 starting this 4th quarter. Milwaukee trying to break a tie in the all-time MASL series between the teams, which currently stands at 18-18-5. Reget having to take the foul there.
See if the Wave could kill some extended clock here. Give it away right off the kickoff. Oh.
But Huffman gets it back over to Sanchez. Saucy puts it in. And the Wave scores 10 for the 2nd time this year. And we've got our media timeout, so we'll take a break. 7:33 left to go in this one. It's the Wave 10, Comets 5 on MASL TV. 10-5 Wave with 7:33 left to go here in Milwaukee. Remember, you can catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV on YouTube and CBS Sports Golasso. Alex Basovansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
You know, that last goal, Huffman made a heavy touch off the free kick, but then Alex Sanchez came in and just cleaned it up with his toe poke. And got it back to Huffman, and Huffman made a nice pass to find Sanchez for the tap-in.
So the league's leading goal scorer, Alex Sanchez, now up to 22. He's got a goal and 3 assists today. 4-point day for Alex, 31 points on the year. As he and Ryan Marques for Kansas City, who's got the hat trick, and Zach Reget all battling to be the league's leading scorer right now. Coming into today's match, Marques and Reget tied for 29 points each, and Sanchez with 27. Mario Alvarez having a 5-point day today. He's up to 28 points. So you basically got the league's top 4 scorers involved in today's game.
The Wave still has 2 games in hand on Kansas City.
KC playing their 16th today, and the Wave their 14th. Comets will only have 3 road games remaining after today.
2 of them against San Diego.
2 in San Diego, which is going to be tough. That one ends up in the Comets bench, so KC will take it. So if the Wave hangs on to win in regulation, they would move into a first-place tie with the Comets, 27 points each. Sockers would be in
Wave
third place.
owns the tiebreaker against Kansas City.
Yeah, that could be big when
yes, it could.
you talk about potential seeding for the playoffs, especially trying to nail down one of those top 2 spots. I don't think San Diego is going to lose too many more the rest of this year, especially now that they're getting healthy, as Francis puts that one away. Boy, you give him a space like that at the top of the box, and he is usually going to score, and he did right there to make it 10-6. Rian Marques gets the assist. Yeah, apparently Nacho did not touch it on the way through. And so at 8:51, Francis gets his first tally of the day. And for Dom Francis, his 12th goal.
Second goal. He got that redirection.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So give him 2 goals a day, 13 on the season, with Marques getting the assist. Rian adds that helper to his hat trick that he's already accumulated, his hat trick worth of goals. 13th assist of the year for Marques. So Hiniao goes back on top of the scoring race with 32 points. Max Ferdinand able to play off that attempt to dispossess. But then a bad touch there by Max, a rare bad touch from the 16-year veteran. Marques trying to track down one Max. He gets it to the other Max. Nice move there by Ludwig. And the Wave keeps the possession. Reget back in there as the extra attacker. He stays out there this time. Does not switch with Ejimadu. Sanchez cranked it up. Boy, had a great chance there against the non-goalkeeper, if you will. Ludwig able to check it away from Barry. Plays it into space, but nobody's there. Huffman was getting ready to go for a change. Still 4.5 to go. KC with the momentum from the previous goal. Again, they'd have to score in a hurry, but it would not be impossible for them to come back and tie this thing up. Not with this much time. And a miscommunication there. Correa to Grable back for Correa as they try to work it out of the zone. Good job by Correa to press up. Javi going to chip toward the empty net, but it's offline, but at least that will alleviate the pressure for now. Again, the Steinwashers and Correa, Sean Escueta, when they're facing the other team's 6 attackers, those guys seemingly stay out there the whole time. I'd say those 4 guys and probably Mario Alvarez might be your fittest 5 for the Milwaukee Wave if you were going to put them out there. Of course, all these guys are in tremendous shape. Lennis against Alex Steinwasher for Marques. Well, Rian has had good numbers today. 3 goals and an assist for the league's top scorer. He's had a great season so far, stayed healthy. Squid with a look at the empty net, and it's a little bit high and off mark. Had a good look at it in a bid for his first goal of the day. Escueta, 2 goals and an assist so far this year. All the school kids today have hopefully had a great time. Some of them have had to start heading back to the buses now, but hopefully a memorable day from their school experience. Checking this one out. Correa passed downfield.
Yeah, but you got players right in front of you. Just instead of trying that long shot, just play it up the field and keep possession.
You guys ever go see the Steamers play, AK, back in your school days? Well, you were out of school probably by the time the Steamers were.
Yeah, I was.
How old were you when the Steamers first started?
Senior in high school. Okay.
What'd you think first Steamers game you ever went to at the Checker Dome? What'd you think?
There was 18,000 people, so it was incredible. You know, it'd be hard pressed to think that somebody's going to go 5-0 in that series. Right. I think, so you're going to have those teams trading points.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Pun intended. Flores with Reget, the 6th attacker, coming out and banged into the boards, and I think they're going to run Flores on a boarding call here as Reget taking a hard spill. We can see Zach's got a knock on that left knee. He's had a punishing day.
Oscar Flores.
So Flores will go to the box. 2 minutes for boarding at 13:11. 4th penalty of the contest. 4th penalty aside.
Milwaukee, blue card, number 16, 2 minutes for charging. Power play, Kansas City.
4th penalty aside from the yellow cards. Let's look at that one more time. Yeah, maybe a little bit of embellishment, but
That's, you know, it's funny because I remember when Reget was a rookie, right, in St. Louis, but that's an old veteran play right there.
Yeah.
To use the boards. Oh, and that's just a
Flores
tap
had a
in for
great
Nacho.
chance. Alex Steinwasser trying to launch one toward the empty net, but it goes off his foot out of play.
Take a touch, Alex. Take a touch. Try to get some practice in when they play against Empire.
By the way, Utica Football Club announcing that they have parted ways with Everton Marrera as the head coach, AK.
I'm surprised at that. I really am. I felt like Everton was doing a really nice job, especially with the guys they lost this year. They're still in it.
Nobody's out of it, that's for sure, as Lennis drives it out. Boy, Lennis, he has definitely had his volume of shots today.
The best play he made was the chip over the top to Flores.
Willie B will knock this one out of play. But yeah, I agree. I thought Everton, you know, did pretty well with what he had. We'll have to see if there was philosophical differences behind the scenes or what the deal is, but Everton is out after 3.5 seasons coaching Utica FC. Coming off of that Western road trip where they had a big win in Empire, that 10-9 win over the Strikers last Thursday, and then they went to San Diego and dropped an 11-4 decision to the Sockers. But as I said, I don't think the Sockers are going to be losing too much, especially at home, the rest of the way.
We will see.
Katsani is tripped down by Javi Steinwasser with 24.2 seconds. Comets on the power play till the end of this game, unless they score before that. Save, Willie B. And Alex Steinwasser got knocked down, but they play on with 4 seconds to go. Lennis tried to send one in. Willie B turned that one away, and that'll do it. Willie B not yielding anymore, and the Wave comes up with a big 10-6 win over the Kansas City Comets. Player of the game, I would think Mario Alvarez has got to be top of the nomination list here today.
I got to think so.
But a good team effort overall offensively. The Wave with another fine performance. Second time they put up 10 goals this year. They did so earlier in a game against San Diego on January 17th. That was a 10-5 victory. Today they won it 10-6. Comets dropped to 9-5-2. They'll hold at 27 points and drop to 5-2-2 on the road. The Wave will improve to 9-3-2 for 27 points. They improved to 5-1-0 at home. They win their 3rd consecutive game. So we'll take a 3-game winning streak into that game Sunday night in Tacoma against the Stars. Stars, by the way, sitting at 7-5-1 for 20 points in 5th place. They've only lost once in 8 games at the arena in Kent, Washington, where they play. So you know that's going to be a tough battle for the Wave on Sunday night. And then the very next night, they got to go to Ontario, California to take on the Empire Strikers. Another team battling to try to get playoff position. PCI hardest working player of the game. Looks like he's got Mario Alvarez. Well deserved for Super Mario. 4 goals and assists today.